Hey there, my name is Brianna. I'm a case coordinator with Babytree Surrogacy, and this is the second video in the series. This video, I am hoping to talk to you guys about our benefit package, what a benefit package is, a brief look at least as to what exactly is in the benefit package. I'm not going to be covering every single detail just because there are so many what ifs and it really does apply to everybody individually. So unfortunately, we can't go over it in its entirety, but I do think this will help kind of shed some light on what all is entailed in a benefit package, what we use it for, when we talk about it, and things like that. So to start off, a benefit package is outlining all the compensation that you will receive during your journey. This is very important when you get to legal, which we'll have a whole other video, and it will already let you know what amount you should be receiving. There's no surprise or anything that comes up like that. This is a very important document because it also allows us to sit down and talk to you about a lot of very specific aspects of your journey and really helps us get to know you. So our preference always is to have the girl in front of us. That's not always a possibility due to location or time constraints, though we do our very best to accommodate everyone time-wise. We can come to you if you're close enough. We have been known to take interviews on the weekend as a last resort as well. We really do like to do the face-to-face. It helps you get to know us get to know you. Definitely a preference. We can do it over video call as well or over the phone. So this is our benefit package. It's a brief look. I'm not sure if you can or can't see this. So I'm going to start with base compensation. A surrogate's base compensation is the basic amount she's going to receive in return for helping the family become complete. That could be intended parent, it could be an intended parent. There are still a lot of variables that go into this, so I am going to stress that during the video over and over again, that none of this is ironclad. If there's an amount that doesn't work right for you, you don't feel it's right for your family, we would still love to talk to you and see if there's somewhere that we can meet. Most of the time we're absolutely 100% willing to edit this benefit package to someone's preferences. The base compensation in all other states other than California is going to start at $35,000 for a first-time surrogate carrying a singleton pregnancy. If you are in California, that is raised $5,000, which makes your base compensation $40,000 for a first-time surrogate in a singleton pregnancy. Now, I'm sure you just realized how specific I was being about a first-time surrogate in California with a singleton pregnancy or a first-time surrogate out of the state of California with a singleton pregnancy. Surrogates who have already done this before do tend to get higher compensation. There's also additional compensation for multiples if that does end up being part of your journey. I will touch briefly on those. A surrogate who is experienced tends to get between $5,000 and $10,000 more for her second journey. 5 is definitely common. Some people are really low their first journey, so it makes them feel more comfortable to go up 10. But like I said, none of this is ironclad, and we would love to speak to you about your specific circumstance if that's something that applies to you. The rest of the fees I'm going to talk about are in addition to the amount that I've already mentioned, which would be $35,000 or $40,000 depending on where you are. There are additional compensation for things such as your sign-on bonus, and I do have this down here, so I've highlighted little notes for myself to hopefully not miss anything. There is your medical screening appointment. There are doctor's fees. There are your psychological appointments you attend, maternity clothes, your insurance, your health insurance. There's a life insurance policy. There are cycle preparation, which are prepping your body with medications used for IVF so your embryo transfer can be successful. There is confirmation of pregnancy. There's a monthly allowance to keep you from having to spend out of pocket for things that can come up during a journey. There are things that can unfortunately happen and are unique to everyone, such as having to drop the cycle. What that means is the medications that I previously mentioned a second ago, and we will do a whole video on what your typical medications are and what that kind of entails. Obviously, it will be dependent clinic by clinic, So it'll just be a brief overview and kind of trying to touch on all the topics I can, but each case can still vary. Their drop cycle is about starting those medications and having to stop for some reason. Those reasons can really vary. Essentially, they tend to be because your body's not responding to the medication correctly due to your levels not rising like they should be with the medications, your lining not cooperating, something like that. That would be a drop cycle. There's things for an amnio. There are a cesarean section, fee, that covers the additional time that you will typically need to rest and recuperate, as well as how invasive of a procedure that is. There is a multiple birth, which I mentioned in the beginning. That's the twins or triplets, though at our agency, we've never seen anything other than twins, and I'd like to keep it that way. Nice, safe, healthy pregnancies are always the goal. So multiple birth is $7,500 additional on top of your base compensation. There are travel, such as hotel, transportation, lodging. There are wages that could be applicable depending on everybody's specific circumstance. There could be bed rest. This document really is helpful on learning exactly what all happens. It also lets us really talk to the surrogate and get to know her specific circumstance. It lets us know about her family in terms of what her expectations are for things like her lost wages or her medical insurance. And the whole appointment typically is about an hour long when a girl comes in to talk about this. We go over this, a couple other much more boring documents. For legal purposes, we talk about the application that she would have put in before we schedule this as well, which can be found online at babytreesurrogacy.com under the Become a Surrogate tab. You can always call us to get information not only on the benefit package, but about any other thing that you could possibly have a question with. If we don't know the answer, because maybe you didn't need to call a surrogacy agency, we try to do our best to guide you in the correct circumstance or in the correct direction of where you need to go. Specific circumstance that tends to happen a lot is we get calls for people looking for fertility clinics and things like that. We work with so many fertility clinics and are more than happy to let you know who we're working with if you want to give them a call. It can just be nice to get information, maybe even not because you want to be a surrogate yourself. You're just interested and you'd like to know more. Knowledge is power, and that's exactly what we're here for. You can reach a coordinator at babytreesurrogacy.com under the Contact Us page. There's a whole list of every office individually, so you can call them. On that website as well, there's a live chat that is available during business hours. There's our Facebook page. There are tons of ways. We really do try and communicate very efficiently with anybody who is inquiring. You can email us as well. For this office, you could email me directly at bree@usababytree.com, but also on those Facebook pages and on the website, it shows you all the different ways. Once again, I am so appreciative of having the opportunity to do these videos to hopefully shed some light and take some of the mystery away from everything that happens during a surrogacy journey. I would love to continue these videos. The next video I've got coming out is going to be about the psychological portion of surrogacy. So I do hope that you will watch that video as well. I did talk to our psychologist and she will be doing that video with me. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to talk to her specifically about a lot of that psychological portion and what that entails. That video should be available Thursday. At the latest, it will be available Friday. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.